Give me 1 minute. All messages. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the YouTube Live. This is Thursday Live. Every Thursday, I conduct YouTube Live with one of my students, and today I'm doing it alone because there is some unavailability with the student part. So, whoever is interested, that is among the student list, the subscribers, that is um, from the student list, whoever joined Project Kali, the Kundalini Sadhana course, whoever is interested can ping me on every Wednesday, because Thursday is the YouTube live. So every Wednesday, whoever is interested to come as a guest can ping me on WhatsApp and tell that they want to be a guest, so that I can invite you the next day, that is Thursday. So kindly ping me on WhatsApp beforehand so that I can invite you. And yeah, no guest today, alone. I want to join today. So if you're interested in joining the YouTube live on Thursday, you can ping me on WhatsApp on Wednesday. Welcome to Kundalini Sadhana. Sharanu Gatarki. Welcome to Kundalini Sadhana course. Yeah. So, anyways, today I will answer all the questions, question and answer. So, whoever is interested in asking questions can uh, comment in the YouTube live. Hope everyone has done their sadhana in Gupta Navratri. Hope it has been fun. Here in Mangalore, there was a car festival, that is Rathotsava of Veera Venkatesha. There were 5 days of festival, and the fifth day was Rathotsava, and the sixth day was Okuli or Holi. It was very fun, Holi after the Rathotsava. So here in Mangalore and many cities in Dakshina Kannada like Karkala, um, or where is that? Mangalore, Udupi. They celebrate Rathotsava, and the next day of Rathotsava, they celebrate Holi. This is not the Holi that is celebrated in the March. That is, it is not the Holika Dahan, that is Prahlad's that aunt Holika Devi, whom they burn during the March festival of Holi. This is not that Holi. This is a Holi celebrated because it is the marriage of Venkataramana and Lakshmi. So, in the month of January until April, there is Rathotsava held in different cities in Dakshina Kannada, where they celebrate Holi after the Rathotsava. Why do you come live on Thursday? Yeah, that is because it is Guru's day. That is Guru Dattatreya's day is Guruvar or Thursday, and that's why I come live on that day with one of my students. Grateful for unconditional support. All thanks to Mahavidya Tara. Mahavidya Tara is the deity who is known for the Guru Tattva. So, among the Mahavidyas, the Guru is Mahavidya Tara because she has the guidance energy. So, whenever you worship Tara, it's like you're worshipping your own Guru. She's there in the Vishuddha Chakra. So, the Guru of our Kundalini is there in the Vishuddha. So that's why we worship Mahavidya Tara, and she guides you throughout the way. She she not only guides, she also pulls the Kundalini from the Anahata chakra and pushes it to the upper chakra. So the other Mahavidyas are concentrated in one chakra. For example, Mahavidya Kali, Bhuvaneshwari, Dhumavati, Baglamukhi are concentrated in Anahata. In Vishuddha, Mahavidya Matangi is concentrated. In Agna Chakra, Mahavidya Chinnamasta is concentrated. But Mahavidya Tara, what she does is she pulls the Kundalini from the Anahata Chakra and she pushes it towards the Agna Chakra. So that is one of the important tasks of the Mahavidya. And that's why she's called as the Guru of the Kundalini. Yeah. Yes, I celebrated Holi. Holi of it's Holi is like a celebration of the marriage of Venkataramana and Sri Devi Bhudevi. That is Lakshmi and Padmavati. So when they marry, it is celebrated after the Rathotsava. Can we really manifest or just get that Vairagya feeling from sadhana? So sadhana is done to accumulate energy. So the thing is, nowadays we lose lot of energy. That is either by working in front of computers, laptops, or we lose energy by um, watching some movies or shows. So everything, right? Even talking with people. So when you talk with people, also you lose energy. When you make love, you lose energy. So there are many ways to lose energy. The gaining is only through sleep. So during when we sleep, our consciousness goes to the causal realm and it extracts energy and comes back to the physical realm, because physical realm requires lot of energy to function, and that's why it goes to the causal realm, because causal realm is full of potential energy. So the source of our existence has complete potential to create so many things. But whereas the physical realm is full of kinetic energy, the potential energy is less. So what happens during sleep is the consciousness goes to the causal realm, it vibrates at delta frequency, extracts some energy out of the causal realm, because we can't go to the source. That is, if the consciousness goes to the void, then it cannot come back. So it goes near the void, that is the causal realm. It goes there, extracts energy, and comes back. It comes to the physical realm, then operates. But while operating, we lose lot of energy. For example, if you go to, let's say, if you watch some horror movies or if you watch some movies which make you very emotional, then you will lose energy. Uh, if you orgasm through the swadhisthana chakra, that is the sexual orgasm, there also you lose energy. If you spend too much time in eating, that is if you overeat food, that also you lose. If you eat in moderately, as if you eat in a healthy fashion, then you will gain energy. However, if you eat too much, then the body will require energy to digest the food. So that's why again it will lose energy. So there are many ways that you lose energy through different chakras. Even by talking to people, there are some people who will want to bully you. That is, they want to just hear you out. That is, they will try some. There are many nosy people, that is, they will extract information from you. So you have to be very careful with such people. That time you lose energy. And if you think about someone, if you think constantly about some negative emotion, you lose energy. So that's why you have to be very careful when it comes to energy. The reason you do sadhana is to protect your energy. You accumulate energy. That is, there are different Mahavidyas. For example, Bhairavi is related to Mooladhara Chakra. So Mooladhara Chakra and Swadhisthana Chakra, Kamakala Kali, here in Manipura Chakra, Mahavidya Kamala, here in Anahata, Kali, Bhuvaneshwari, Dhumavati, Baglamukhi. So Baglamukhi protects the energy. So your aura is protected by Mahavidya Baglamukhi. What she does is she creates a strong yellow color field around you, which will not let anyone steal energy from you. There are different entities which will steal energy. Like there are asuras, or the souls which have not reached moksha. So they, what they will do is they will steal energy from you. So what, while stealing energy, if you chant Baglamukhi mantra, you will get a protective shield around you, and you will not be nobody can steal energy from you. That's why Baglamukhi sadhana is done. So similarly, if you chant all the Mahavidya, that is, if you do sadhana of all the Mahavidyas, your energy will be protected, and it will be only used for spiritual awakening. Because for spiritual awakening, that is in the Sahasrara Chakra, to open your Brahmarandha, it is very difficult. That is, it requires heavy energy. That is almost like 5 months of celibacy, 5 months of agora sadhana, 5 months of sadhana with pure discipline, with sattvic food, sattvic diet, and sattvic mindset, celibacy, everything must be maintained for at least 5 months. So, if 5 months, if you do sadhana continuously with, of all the Mahavidyas, along with the Shiva Tattvas, you have complete ability to open the Brahmarandha. So, once the Brahmarandha is opened, the energy will shoot out, that is, it will accumulate and pop out your skull. And once the skull is popped out, you reach the samadhi. If your kundalini crosses the agna chakra, your ego will dissolve. That is, whatever you think that your Aditya, I'm Rupesh, all that mind, the false ego, the whole world is operating on false ego. That is, the reason why Maya exists is because of the Agna Chakra, because Agna Chakra produces a false ego. So whenever the Kundalini drops below the Sahasrara, it creates false ego. It In the Agna Chakra, it creates lot of false ego, and the whole Maya of the physical realm is operating on the false ego. It is like, for example, the whole character Aditya, whole character Rupesh, or Anand, Purnima, so many characters are there in this world, like Donald Trump, all the celebrities included, everything, relatives, friends, animals. So these false ego, once it generates, right, it creates the Maya, and we think the world is real. And that is why the world continues, because of the false ego created in the Agna Chakra. But when you do sadhana, what happens is the Kundalini goes beyond the Agna Chakra, the false ego created is shut off, it is completely switched off, and the mind is switched off, and finally you go beyond the Brahmarandra. Once you go beyond the Brahmarandra, the whole world disappears, the existence ceases, the whole existence of the world ceases, because the world is a reflection of your own self. So when the mind is created, when the false ego is created, the world creates a reflection of your own self. So the whole world that I'm seeing right now is the mirror image of Aditya. Similarly, the whole world that you are seeing right now is the mirror image of you. That is, if your name is Rupesh, so the whole world is a reflection of you. It's like opposite, that is the mirror. So it is teaching you. The mirror is always teaching you how to dissolve, but you are not able to dissolve because the mirror is so powerful that it has entangled you. That is, it has entangled you in its own Maya, and that's why only through sadhana this entanglement can be removed. The mirror image that you're seeing of yourself right now can be removed by sadhana, because you are removing the source that created the mirror. The mind is the source which is creating this mirror image. And when the mind dissolves, the whole world dissolves, because the world is the reflection of the mind. And when the mind dissolves, the whole world dissolves, in turn dissolving everything. And once everything is dissolved, you reach the truth. That is the Satya Loka, where there are no dreams, there is no false concepts. Even when understand or achieve something, it's usually because something clicks and we think our efforts gave rise it. We don't question the clicking. Question the clicking. Um, I think the questioning, the answering is part of the mind. So when you go beyond the mind, there is no questions and answers. So that is why sadhana is important. Sadhana accumulates energy. There is nothing beyond energy. Energy is the reason why everything is operating. All your questions, all your answers, all the logical part of your brain is operating on energy. So there is nothing beyond this source. That Savitur we tell in the Gayatri mantra, that is Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. That Savitur is the inner sun which is creating energy continuously. That is, it is going to the causal realm, extracting energy, and using it for seeing the Maya, seeing the reflection of the mind. So now your goal is to stabilize the energy. Once the energy is stabilized, the Maya will disappear. So your now what is happening is the Savitur, the whole your consciousness is using the whole Savitur's energy to create false ego, false Maya. But once you cross the Agna Chakra, once your Kundalini crosses the Agna Chakra, the Savitur will stop will the consciousness will stop misusing the Savitur. Now currently the our consciousness is misusing the Savitur to create dreams, very stable dreams, which we are seeing right now. So only once you realize your true self, your Savitur will stop, I mean, your consciousness will stop misusing the Savitur. It will only use the Savitur's energy for the to realize the truth. For Kundalini awakening, Nama mantras require lot of repetition. That is, you might have to do many malas, but Bija mantra is like shortcut. It can take you towards the samadhi state very fast. Guru bro, how to connect with Govinda or Lord Venkateshwara, any sadhana? So first of all, you have to know that all deities are reflection of you. That is, they are there in the causal realm, and you are them, they are you. There is no difference between you and the deities. You are there in this world because of the deities. That is, through their channel you come here. That is, if you rewind time, if you rewind the source of all creation, you will realize that the first creation, before creation, there was pure void, the pure Savitur energy, which was very stable. So when you dropped from that pure void state, that stable Savitur energy, when you dropped, that is when the deities were created. Deities like Ganapati, Shiva, the Shankar Mahadev, Vishnu, Kali, Bhairava, so many deities were created in the causal realm because of the dropping of the Kundalini. That is when the Savitur energy from its pure vibrationless state, when it started vibrating, it created the deities. And when it created more and more ego, it created the humans, plants, animals, birds, insects. So the reason why humans exist is because we descended from the deity world. So three worlds got created. First, causal realm got created where the deities exist. Then the astral realm got created where the astral beings exist. Then the physical world got created, where humans and the creatures which perceive five sensory frequencies got created in the physical realm. And that is how we and the deities are nothing but the same. Because if you observe, the animals are nothing but your descended self. That is, when your consciousness descends, that is it, when it involves more in the maya, then it becomes animal. So an animal and you are nothing, are no different, both are same. It is just consciousness devolving. So as you evolve, you become the deity. You become a Venkateshwara. You become Lakshmi. So it's all about evolution and devolution. So if you consider the deities are very separate from you, then you can never connect with them, because you will put them in such a high pedestal that you will not be able to connect. But if you think they are your own, they are the reflection of your own self. That is, if you consider them as a goal, that is, they are, if you consider them as something which you have to evolve into, then you will feel so close with them, because you will realize that you are them. That is, when you have complete selflessness in the heart, if you have complete uh, vairagya, that is, if you don't have any of your own desires, if you start working for the service of others, that is, if you start helping others, then you become the deity. When you have complete selflessness, you become the deity. But when you have selfishness, that is when you become a human. If you have more selfishness, you become the animals. So that is how we evolve and devolve, just by the amount of sacrifice. The deities have completely sacrificed their human life to become the causal beings. And that is why they are worshipped in the human world. The deities are worshipped in the human world because of the amount of sacrifice they have done for us. And that's why we are worshipping them, so that we get their qualities of sacrifice, qualities of selflessness. So once you show that you are also ready to sacrifice all your desires and focus on sadhana, once you sacrifice all your desires for awakening your kundalini, that is when you become the deity and you help people. You help people from the causal world. You don't need recognition. That is, recognition is not needed. That when you help from the causal world, nobody will know that you are helping also. In the human world, you will be completely invisible. But still, because of the love that you have, the humans will recognize. For example, Ganapati, Hanuman, Vishnu, they help us so much in daily life to fulfill our selfish desires. They help us so much. But now they are worshipped because it's not that they want to be worshipped. They are worshipped because you feel that you owe them so much. That is, you have taken so much help from them that now you feel that you owe them so much, and that's why you start worshipping them, giving them food. They don't need anything, because food, water, everything is part of the physical realm which they have already transcended, but you are giving them as a sign of love. They are not able to, they are able to see all the things that are going on in the physical realm. For them, whatever is going on in the physical realm is just a time loop. It's just a loop that is going on continuously. And they know that, that is, they have figured out that it is just a game, it is just a mind play that is repeating. And that's why they are helping the humans, animals, everything evolve. And because of their sacrifice, we are worshipping them. They don't need worship, they don't need food, they don't need anything actually. They can just leave their desire of helping and they can just go back to Sadashiva. But they have taken responsibility because they feel like they are us, and that's why they are helping us. For example, how you feed a dog, how you feed a cat, how you love animals, even though they can't give you anything in return. That is, animals might not be able to give you food back, they will not be able to spend money for you. Even if animals can't help you, but still you help them because you feel that they deserve help. You feel your own them as your own reflection. You have compassion, and that's why you help them, and they worship you. Dogs, cats will start loving you in return because you have helped them, given them food, shelter, whatever. And same way, deities also help us because they feel that we are their babies. Like how we feel dogs, cats are our own babies. How we feel compassion towards animals, same way the deities feel compassion towards us. They feel that our intelligence is not as advanced as them, but still they feel pity, and that's why they help, so that we can also one day become like them. Once our consciousness realizes that the true meaning of vairagya is sacrifice, sacrificing everything, completely being selfless. So when we realize that, that is when our kundalini awakens. That is, we let go of everything. We just focus on the bija mantras. We keep on chanting until the whole kundalini goes beyond the human world and we don't have any desires. So that is when we become the deities. So then there is no difference between you and the deity. That is, if you once your kundalini awakens, once it goes beyond Sasrara, you become your Ishta Devata. If you were worshipping Kali as your Ishta, you become Kali. If you were worshipping Krishna as your Ishta, you become Krishna. If you worship Shiva as your Ishta, you become Shiva. So when you become the deity, you will be worshipped in the human world. And that is how you help humans. Once you become the deity, you help humans. You ensure that your descended self is all coming back from the Maya. That is, you are trying to help the humans escape the Maya. You are giving them signals, you are giving them shortcuts, you are giving them mantras so that they can escape the Maya. So that is how. Guru bro, when we realize that sadhana and questioning leads to truth and it's gonna happen one day, how do we go on with life, doing mundane activities of life, maintaining the character towards loved one? So your sacrifice must be on a level where you are not Sharanu. That is, Sharanu will be taken care by Mother Nature. So your sacrifice must be on that level. Once you forget that you are Sharanu, once you forget that you were never there in this world, once you realize that you were never there in this world, it was just your Kundalini creating false egos. So once you realize that, the time Sharanu will be taken care by the Maya. So whoever you are will be taken care by the Maya. Mother Nature will ensure that all your loved ones are secure. Everyone is secure. Mother Nature will never disappoint anyone. Once you become selfless, once you sacrifice all your egos, once you focus on Samadhi, the character will be taken care. The character continues, and you need not be inside the character. So that is how sadhana must be done with complete sacrifice. Okay, I'll be answering one last question before ending the live. What caused the vibration to happen? So the question is, why this Maya exists? For the answer for that is, it's already there. That is, whatever you are seeing right now, the Maya, it's already there. And the reason you are seeing it is because you have already vibrated. The Maya is just a reflection of your mind, and you're seeing it because your mind has already, your consciousness has already vibrated, and it has created the mind, and that's why you're seeing the Maya. So it's just a reflection. Maya and your mind is generated when consciousness vibrates, and Maya is just a reflection of your mind. It's a dream of your mind. So you're seeing the Maya. The truth is already there. That is your destination. The source of your existence is also there. It is there, and it has not changed. The concept of time, space, everything exists because of the mind. The mind creates space time. The whole universe is created by the mind. And the truth is already there. Everything is there in the present. Nothing is caused. That is, nothing exists actually. That is the truth. The vibrationless consciousness is already there. The reason you feel like there is a past, there is a future, there was a vibration, there is gonna be a vibration. The concept of time is existing because of the mind. So all that questioning, answering, thinking about the past, thinking about the future is going on because of the mind. So this both mind and Maya must be discarded because it never happened. Because everything is in the truth. Mind was never there. Maya was never there. So you're already there in the truth. That is, your consciousness is already in the Sadashiva state, the vibrationless state. But now you're seeing the Maya because your mind is, your consciousness has dropped to Agna Chakra. And once it drops to Agna Chakra, it creates the mind and creates the Maya, the universe. So both are just a byproduct of Kundalini dropping. But Kundalini is already there in the Sadashiva state. It is just because of the concept of time, the false concept of time, that you are thinking that you are not there in the Sadashiva. You feel like you are not there in Sadashiva, you are there in the Maya because of the false concept created by your mind. Your mind has created the concept of space, time, universe, everything because of the elements of the universe. So there is nothing actually. Mind is not there, Maya is not there. You are already there in the truth. Yeah. So I hope this concept has been understood. It's very tough to understand because everyone thinks with respect to time and space. Like when you think with respect to time and space, then this answer cannot be understood. But once you realize that time and space is created by the mind, only then you realize that you were already there in the destination, that you never dropped. That is, your Kundalini never dropped to this Maya. So once you realize that you are already there in the destination, you are already there in that vibrational state, you will realize everything was false, everything never happened, and it is just your consciousness repeating the dream. Okay, I hope this concept has been understood, and I I'm gonna end this live right now. Thanks everyone for joining this live on Thursday. Every Thursday, I'll be doing YouTube live with either with myself or with one of the student. And if any student is interested to join YouTube live Thursday as a guest, please ping me on WhatsApp, and I'll be inviting you guys on Thursday. And um, yeah, we will meet on Sunday for the whiteboard series. And in few weeks, I'll be doing temple visits also. That is, temple visits like Polali Rajarajeshwari Temple, and I'll be visiting Udupi Sri Krishna, and I'll be visiting um, Kadri Manjunatha or uh, Manjeshwar, or I'll be visiting so many temples in the upcoming weeks, and I'll be doing an episode there. I'll be explaining all about the temple. So stay tuned for Project Kali. Thanks everyone for joining this live. Thanks everyone for joining the meetup also. And the next meetup will be conducted in the August month of 2026. That will be for the Mahakal initiation. So thanks for watching, and we'll meet in the next video. Jai Mahakal.